NTV English News Bulletin. I am Bhavana Kesi. In the beginning, we have the headlines. The 75th Establishment Day of Communist Party of Nepal being observed today. Prime Minister says Communist Movement of Nepal steered towards socialism by establishing Federal Democratic Republic. Maldives President Moïse's party wins a landslide victory in parliamentary election. The NC seen as pro-China wins 66 seats. Netanyahu vows to reject any sanctions on Israel's military. Such comes after US reportedly planning to cut military aid over alleged rights violation. Welcome back. You are with NTV English News Bulletin. Now we have the news in details. The establishment of the Communist Party of Nepal (CPN) has completed 75 years today. The CPN was established on the initiative of some Nepali youths to protest the Rana regime and liberate the people. The momentum for publicity of a communist ideology gained momentum in Nepal after Pushpalal Shrestha translated the Communist Manifesto into Nepali language in 2005 Bikram Samvat. Shrestha was the founder general secretary of the CPN that was incepted with a goal to establish socialism. Among other founders were Niranjan Govinda Vaidya, Nara Bahadur Karmachari, Narayan Vilas Joshi, and Moti Devi Shrestha. The CPNU-ML, a major communist party of the country, is organizing a special function at Godavari in Lalitpur today to mark the 75th anniversary of the party's establishment. Meanwhile, Prime Minister and CPN Mao's Central Chairperson Pushpa Kamal Dahal has extended best wishes on the occasion of the 154th birth anniversary of veteran socialist leader Vladimir I. Lenin and the 75th establishment years of the Communist Party of Nepal today. In a message, Prime Minister Dahal has extended best wishes to all communist, revolutionaries, lefties, progressive and patriotic forces and the people at large at home and abroad on the occasion. He also paid deep tributes to the martyrs on the occasion and wished speedy recovery and long life to the injured with high respect. Recalling that CPN was founded 75 years ago, the Prime Minister said the Communist Movement of Nepal had reflected the direction of socialism by establishing a federal democratic republic with experience of class struggle and inter-struggle and various ups and downs of the movement. The Prime Minister made it clear that the Communist movement has formed the basis of socialist revolution by fulfilling the basic task of democratic revolution with Nepali uniqueness and originality. With this update, time to go for a short break, but still to come we have. Welcome back. You are with NTV English News Bulletin. Now we have the updates from the international front. Maldives President Mohammad Moïse's party has won a landslide victory in a parliamentary election, cementing his grip on power. Provisional results show the People's National Congress (PNC) won 66 seats in the 93-member House. Analysts view the victory as a strong backing for Moïse's policy to achieve close ties with China. Moïse, who is widely seen as pro-China, wants to reduce India's long-standing influence in his country. The PNC has achieved 2/3 in parliament that is required to amend the constitution. Israel's Benjamin Netanyahu has vowed to reject any sanctions on the country's military after reports that the U.S. plans to cut aid to one unit. The U.S.-based Axios news site on Saturday reported that Washington was planning to impose sanctions on Israel's Netanya Yehuda battalion, which has operated in the occupied West Bank, though the Israeli military said it was not aware of any such measures. Israeli War Cabinet Minister Benny Gantz said in a statement that he spoke with U.S. Secretary of State Antony Blinken and asked him to reconsider the matter. Blinken on Friday said that he had made determinations regarding accusations that Israel violated a set of U.S. laws that prohibit providing military assistance to individuals or security force units that commit gross violations of human rights. Chinese authorities have evacuated nearly 60,000 people from their homes in Guangdong as days of heavy rain caused massive flooding in China's most populous province. 11 people have gone missing while no casualties have been reported so far. Several major rivers have burst their banks and authorities are closely monitoring dangerously high water levels. Much of Guangdong is part of the low-lying Pearl River Delta, which is prone to floods due to watershed floods, sea level rise and storm surges. More updates lined up on the other side, but before that, let's have the highlights first. Welcome back. You are with the NTV English News Bulletin. Now to more updates. The entire Bangladesh is reeling under first spell of severe heat wave since first week of the current month, and the ongoing heat wave will persist throughout the next month. The Met Office said intensity of heat wave may reduce for very shorter time in some parts of Bangladesh if rainfall is likely with the impact of the local wind. Bangladesh may witness extreme heat wave as there is little chance of rainfall during the summer season, the BMD has forecasted. Tesla has cut its prices again in a number of major markets, including the US, China, and Germany, as the electric car giant run by multi-billionaire Elon Musk faces falling sales. The move comes after it reported a sharp fall in its global vehicle deliveries in the first 3 months of this year. A price war has been intensifying between electric vehicle makers, with particularly fierce competition coming from the Chinese companies. Tesla is due to report financial results for the first quarter of 2024 after the U.S. market closes on Tuesday. More updates on the other side, but before that, let's have the highlights first. The longest-running international festival dedicated to kites has returned to the beach of Pinarella di Cervia of Italy. Last year, a few days after the closing of the festival, which saw a record 600,000 visitors, floods devastated the region of Romagna. For this reason, Artivento Cervia dedicated this year's event to the Romagna region, celebrating its rebirth after the tragic events of last spring. Over 250 wind artists and international aerobatic flight champions from 50 countries are meeting to celebrate the Kite Festival that will run till May the 1st. With this update, we come to the end of this English News Bulletin, but before we say goodbye, let's have a quick reminder of the major stories. 75th Establishment Day of Communist Party of Nepal being observed today. Prime Minister says Nepal's communist movement steer towards socialism by establishing Federal Democratic Republic. Maldives President Moise's party wins a landslide victory. PNC seen as pro-China wins 66 out of 93 seats. Netanyahu vows to reject any sanctions on Israel's military. Such comes after U.S. reportedly planning to cut military aid over alleged rights violations. That's all we have in this edition of English News Bulletin. We'll see you again with next round of English Bulletin at 6 in the evening. Till then, have a great time ahead and do stay tuned with us. Namaste.